One of my favorite books is The Rihla of Ibn Jubair, which has an English translation of the Travels of Ibn Jubair. This is a translation from 1952. I have a favorite passage from this book, which illustrates something of what I'm talking about by my idea of documentaries of the everyday. This is Ibn Jubair talking about his travel across the eastern desert of Egypt to the Red Sea. He says, "Across this desert, no one will journey save on camel, by reason of their endurance of thirst. The best and most comfortable camel litters used on them are the shakadif, and the best of these are those made in the Yemen, for, like the traveling ashakin, they are covered with leather and are roomy. 2 of them are bound together by stout ropes and put across the camel. They have supports at each corner, and on these rests a canopy. The traveler and his companion in counterpoise will thus be veiled from the blaze of the midday heat, and may sit reclining and at ease beneath its covering. With his companion he may partake of what he needs of food and the like, or read, when he wishes, the Quran or a book. And whoso deems it lawful to play chess may, if he wish, play his companion, for diversion and to relieve the spirit. To be short, it eases the hardship of travel. Most travelers ride their camels on top of their baggage, and so painfully endure the rigors of the burning heat." So I have just a few things to say that I think are interesting about this passage, and the first is just the idea of such a close description of a camel litter. And it's almost like watching a commercial on television about a German-made car and about the leather interior and all the accoutrements that come with this car. This is the luxury camel litter. The second thing that I really like about this passage is the image of friendship. You have Ibn Jubair going on this multi-day, multi-stage journey across the desert on a litter that seats 2 people. And the other traveler is undoubtedly Ahmed ibn Hassan, who was, as he states at the beginning of the book, his companion from Andalusia. So it's a beautiful little portrait of friendship. And then third, just the way leisure is described. They're eating, they're reading either the Quran or some other book, and then playing chess. And it's always seemed like such a beautiful picture of the perfect life of leisure, sitting in a luxury camel litter, making a multi-stage journey, and enjoying it with the good life. And the final point here is about most travelers ride their camels on top of their baggage and so painfully endure the rigors of the burning heat. And I guess I've always wanted to avoid being most travelers, and much better to, which doesn't mean I have anything against heat or hardship, because I think all those are both things that are necessary, but to live using your leisure well and enjoying things. And so I think of a passage like that, and I wonder, maybe it's not so hard to leave a lasting impression, or to write a book that makes it onto the shelf as a great book. Like this passage, it's not so hard. All you have to do is write about what's in front of you. And in Ibn Jubair's time, there were thousands of people who wrote a theological book about some abstruse matter about God, or some legal tract that took up some detail of life, and thousands of books like that. But only one person sat around and wrote about a camel litter and what it was like to travel across a camel litter and what you did in a camel litter. And so it seems to me that writing something lasting and of lasting importance can be pretty easy. All it takes is to look at what's in front of you.
I think when you read a novel or any kind of magazine article, what you tend to get is, someone walks out, gets in the car and drives away. You never get all the little details about how a car actually works. In this case, you used to put your keys in the car and all that, and now we just have a little deal like this. Okay, here's the dashboard. There's the key. Might have automatic doors, but you still got to stick the key in the ignition. Pressing the gas.
Libby Lewis, NPR News, Washington.
A federal appeals court in Washington.
play an important part in our financial health. For more information...
So that's what I mean about an everyday documentary. It's just a little piece of life that in a lot of cases goes completely unnoticed or undocumented. And I admit that putting gas in your car and getting in your car and turning the key in the ignition is small potatoes. It's not a big deal. But I think the point is that a multiplicity of those sorts of details in life are things that can be easily documented and put up on YouTube, and it can be put together. These things can be documents about modern life.